Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft All the Mods 9. So, in the last episode, we kind of just wandered around, rambled, and managed to find this island, which was full of trees. I did record an intro prior to doing this, and then after reviewing the footage, realized that my mic wasn't working for some reason. So Uh, so for this episode, we will be clearing out the island, shaping it a little bit, as well as plotting where we're going to be building uh, what parts of the village. So an idea came from DSL 25 in from where he stated that we should be using this cove here as the docks for the longboats. But I'm thinking I'm agreeing with that. But I'm also thinking maybe having like a fishing hut down here to the south, a rolling farm over here, meaning we're gonna have to cut out a chunk of the shores there, I think. And then over here we're going to have stables. Houses can be around this area. Then maybe like the um, longhouse up here with the church next to it, or longhouse down here, church up on the hill, and then like a market area here in the center. But for the time being, feel free to enjoy the little montage of me uh, chopping down trees and terraforming the island. Okay, so I'm partway through this whole setup, and I realized I'm being silly. So I forgot that I'm going to be terraforming this. So for that, I'm going to need quite a bit of dirt. I don't feel like digging dirt for hours. So I decided to make some of these dirt seeds. Now, to make them, you need the standard mystical agriculture setup, the infusion altar and pedestals, with the inferium essence and dirt as some prosperity seeds, which are just one wheat seed and some prosperity shards. I always dismantle the uh, infusion altar. There's the pedestal, there's the altar, and there's the button. Because I made this because I needed amethyst seeds for basically infinite wage stones. So now I'm making dirt essence, which I can use for red sand if I made some fire essence, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. Mud, grass, and then obviously dirt. This is not a bad return on dirt. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this running while I continue to chop down the trees. Hopefully there will be no more interruptions uh, between now and the point where we can actually start building, or at least start setting out or laying out the foundations of where everything goes. Okay, so I have been busy and I've realized that I'm being stupid. So there are quite a few gaps that I'm going to have to fill. I am showing them out here. And doing them block by block, it's just not going to be a viable option. So I'm going to be looking into one of the mods in this pack. Many of you should be familiar with it. Ah, there we go. Construction wands. There we go. So there are a bunch of... Okay. So I am looking at this infinity wand, which will require a nether star or a dark nether star and some sticks. Now, thankfully, getting another star is not an issue. I just need to go back over here. In here. 1, 2, 3. Blocks. 2, 3, 4. And now I have an idea on where I can fight this thing. Let me just sleep. So I'm going to fight this thing in the other dimension. And there is a good reason for me doing that. The reason for that being, it's going to be in an enclosed space. Meaning that I will have... Oh dear, I can't see. Oh, fairly enclosed space. I'll have a lot more control on where it goes. What is this? Blocks of raw zinc. Flight is disabled in this area. I am well aware of that. That poses a slight issue, which is another reason I want to fight him here. Alright. Get the sword. Oh dear, I didn't think this through. That might destroy the plate. Where'd you go? No regenerating. Oh dear. Come on. Over here. Big brain. Oh, throw that away, throw that away, throw that away, throw that away. Okay, so now I didn't bring my blocks backpack. I'll just use the /home command. Alright, now we have another star at least. Blocks. New. Ancient stone. What's this gonna be? There's a bronze 5. Mob drops. Yellow wobbly heart. And in here, I think I have some sticks in here. There we go. 2 sticks. Now this is just going to speed up the process of us... the quests are making me lag. Yeah, so this is just going to speed up the process of terraforming by a significant margin. Especially, I kind of want to block this off. Although granted, I probably should have my blocks backpack with me for this endeavor. Get back. Yoink. Alright, so now I want to block this off. Alright, so I finally finished the construction or the placement of where everything is. Now the creative flight is given to me by the angel ring, which is down here. This gives you creative flight at the cost of your XP, so I need to constantly top that off. I'll explain the create construction in a bit. That was necessary for what I need. So this is going to be, the town hall is what is essentially going to be my main house. This is where I'm going to be sleeping and probably having all my, at least my furnaces and stuff for the time being. That whole contraption will move somewhere. Then over here we have the fishing hut. I decided to put this here because in this little alcove here, I'm going to be building something of a promenade or a dock with like 4 or 5 or 6, you know, somewhere around 5 or 6 longboats, as this is where they're going to be launching for raids, I think. So yeah, and here we have the church, which I'm going to make this fancy a bit later. I'm going to be moving my, or taking, so this, I'm going to be taking the enchantment setup, putting it in the church with a lever, which when I flick it, it's going to flip the floor to give me the enchantment setup. So I can then enchant my stuff and then click the lever again to flip it around. And there's a bunch of bad things here. No, you're not going to blow up. Okay, moving on over here, this is going to be what is essentially the market district with the well in the middle. Stay away. So this is going to be the draw well. This is kind of going to be where, for example, the villagers will get their... Dang it. I think what I'm going to be doing is deleting those. Boop, 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 boop. Let's do this one. Block. Sword. Then have lucky switch here. And remove that one from memory. Item display. Whatever. Alright, so in theory, yes, there we go. Awesome. Small mistake on my end. So this is going to be where they get the water. And this is going to be the inn. So basically, when there are visitors to the village, this is obviously like the tavern, kind of. Blacksmith, butcher, and bakery. I'm actually planning on making use of the bakery in conjunction with a windmill over here. Here we have a watermill, just to add a little bit to the side, to this area here. Just to add a bit of something, just to add something to it. Die. Ooh. Alright, then sawmill, obviously this is where they're going to be making, or what they're going to be using to saw up the trees. Just clearing out some last bits that I don't like. Obviously, this is where they're going to be sawing up trees and so on and so forth to make logs for them to build their houses. Up here is, so this is obviously the stables. So yes, this is big. This is a lot of room here, which I'm going to be using for horses. I did get some name tags. I don't know. Is it a miscellaneous box or backpack? I think it is. I don't think it is in the miscellaneous backpack. Oh well. And then over here we have the windmill. I did readjust this a little bit. I found a nice design that I want to use. And then once that is built, I will be adding a little storage room to the side. And then this is going to be the rolling farm. I will deal with the unevenness of the terrain because in the process of clearing it up, I made a mistake. So that is something I will be dealing with later. Now, to get to something that I think I need to address. So as I said, there is a lot of stupid phone. A lot of open space here, and I will be filling that in once we have these things built. And I have some paths, as you can see here. Here from the church, because I do believe this is where the entrance is going to be roughly. So path goes down here, and these are actually, as you can see, dirt path slabs. Now for this is what I needed the create contraption for. I call it little bonk, but it's not that little. So basically, what is happening? I have these 4 large cogwheels rotating, and I speed them up periodically. I needed the 4 because it would overstress once it reached these last 2 cogwheels, these 2. So just for that, I needed to add 2 more water wheels to it, and this is what made these dirt path blocks. Now that is fairly simple. Now, because I wanted these dirt path slabs, so for this you could see there it says created in the architect's cutter material dirt path. So for that you need this architect's cutter, which is kind of all you can want to make things. So for example, I can make, let's take let's take a piece of prismarine and a plank. I need to take a stack, whatever. So now in here, so there we go. And you can even swap it around. So these are just for some framed blocks. You can even make some basic blocks out of them, which is kind of nice. You can make some roof shingles, trapdoors, or they say, okay, these are just doors. Different kinds of trapdoors. You can make panels, even circle things. Pillars, which I find actually kind of nice. Paper walls. The lights thing I like. I like this a lot. So kind of what you do is, I think you add the glowstone in the center, and this is what it's going to be making the frame out of, the jacaranda. And then bricks. Like we can actually make plank bricks. Or planks, and then you have your posts, which is the planks post. I can maybe make use of some of these for the promenade deal. So that is essentially what you're going to be able to make with this. Then what I'm thinking, I need a saw. So I need a sawmill. This is what I want to make. So let's grab I've got a lot of birch, so let's do birch. 1, 2, 3. And an iron ingot. Boop. The birch sawmill. Cool. So what this does, it does for planks. Let's just grab these dark oak planks for argument's sake. I can make dark oak signs. You can make whatever you want out of planks, vanilla-wise, that in a similar fashion to what you could do with the stone cutter. Another thing I've done is, in preparation, I am starting to farm some kelp. This is going to take some time, but I am so that is kind of what I'm going to be doing. I'm uncertain whether I want to wall this off or not. You guys can let me know in the comments, should I commit to making a wall around the village or not? That is entirely your decision. Also, if you can think of a name for this village that we can call it, please feel free to let me know. So I'm going to be building this village off camera, otherwise this will take up multiple episodes, and I don't want to waste, this is a modded Minecraft series, so I do not want to waste my time building vanilla stuff. So my next episode is I am planning to make a farm, a create farm, for 3 very important blocks: cobblestone, regular stone, and smooth stone. As I feel like those are going to be blocks that I'm going to be needing fairly frequently. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I want to experiment with it a little bit first before I commit. So yeah, in the next episode, we will be dealing with some create, at least some start create stuff, as to not bore you guys with a bunch of things that you could basically do in vanilla. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Bye bye!